Mine were into the game. I mean, and not in most wasn't fake. It was execution. You know, I liked how we executed. I really did. You all right? You need me to hold on?
No.
Go dead on you?
Yep.
Now look at that. Now what if I walked out? What if I went to the game without a play sheet?
Hey, look.
Back up.
How about back up here?
All right. No, it was good. I was pleased with it. It really was. We executed well, and the energy level was good, and focus was pretty good. I liked it. We learned how to practice. We'll continue to grow as a practice team anyway.
All these guys asked, but obviously, good look at Datko today, how he did practice.
Yeah, practice, whole practice.
Really?
Took every rep. Took every rep in practice. So, yeah, just see. Keep getting his treatment.
Wait till Thursday to see.
Yeah, we'll wait till Thursday, but he did fine today. Really did.
Certainly promising for you, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, hope so. I mean, you never know. With injuries like that, you never know. You know what I'm saying? But it is like that.
Is Ty able to go like that?
No, Ty didn't go very much at all. He did some, but not a lot. And a little more tender tonight, you know what I mean? But got to make sure I wanted to. I'd be interested tomorrow. We thinking tomorrow is a target date. I thought he could. We'll see what happens.
No, this came up yesterday in the press conference, but in terms of recruiting, how big are rivalry games in terms of swinging kids one way or the other?
They're obviously big. I mean, because you're battling for the same kids over and over, but I don't think it makes or breaks it. I don't mean to say that, but you want to win it, and I think it does give an advantage, and it does give you some leverage. But, I mean, you have to ask kids more than that, I guess, more than you do us. But it does have an impact. I mean, it does have an impact, especially with us because South Florida has so many good players down there, just continually, and you always it's in our state and it's farther away, so you have to get down there and recruit, and it does give you some. Hopefully, if you can win the football game.
What's been the key about reestablishing you guys down there? That
I think we've got a lot of guys that have recruited there before, that have relationships, that know guys, and then the persistence of recruiting. I mean, recruiting, just like in sales or anything else, it's persistence and showing up and having a plan and showing them what their plan is for the young man and for school and life and ball and being persistent in your job and building relationships. I mean, I think that's the key in all recruiting, no matter where you go.
How much of a fence do you think Miami has around that whole area?
They always have. They get their share of them now. I mean, that's why they're so good, and the large majority of their players come from South Florida. I mean, they do a great job of it. But the other thing about it is there's so many players in Florida that they can't take them all, and every now and then one doesn't want to go there. I mean, that's just like here. I mean, every now and then there's a guy in Tallahassee that doesn't want to go to Florida State. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's just human nature, but they do a good job of it. They're really good.
3 or 4 top corners are from South Florida.
I'm sorry?
3 of your top 4 corners are from South Florida, right?
Really are. Yeah, exactly right. So, it's a good point.
And what we saw what special teams can do for a team last night.
Huh.
Your special teams looking.
I heard about that. I didn't get to see it.
He got fired today.
Special teams
coach from Miami got fired today after that. Kind of reactionary, huh?
Yeah. I mean, I
punt the week before, too. They got a punt block the week before, cost them a game, so 2 in a row special teams cost them a game.
Yeah, but special teams, like I say, special teams is going to be huge here because they have a great kick returner and a great punt returner, and they got a great kicker and a great punter, and they can cover and they can run. So, I mean, and like I say, we have been doing a great job of that in field position wars, and I think it's going to be even more critical when the better teams you play teams of this caliber. It becomes even more vital.
Offensively, Miami's had a propensity for really big plays. I mean, how much is that a concern about trying to make them work their way down the field?
Well, you
hope
got
to give up anything easy.
I mean, that's one of your components on defense anyway. Create turn, stop the run, don't give up big plays. I mean, if you do those two things, I mean, that's the first component on defense that you have to do. And they have skill guys, and they get you into one-on-one situations. And sometimes you cover them, and they break it. Either they jump over you, or they run through you, or we got to tackle and be physical, and we have our hands full because they are a big play team.
There ain't a little bit of that no huddle against Clemson early on.
Oh, there's no doubt. They can no huddle you, and we know that. We definitely know that.
Every time you coach against Miami, and obviously this game's a completely different animal, you've had success against them. Is there a common thread?
Nah, I mean,
You've had mobile quarterbacks.
Yeah, but I mean, and they're a great team and have a great scheme, and I just think you've been with good players, had good players, and teams that the game meant a lot, and so our kids competed hard, and they competed hard and came back. And like I said, I was telling you in the press conference, sometimes things start happening in the game. Sometimes don't even happen in practice because kids get to compete, and they don't want to lose. You know what I mean? And I think our kids have just always been able to make plays, but they have always made them too. So that's what makes it a great game.
In that Peach Bowl, were you guys perceived underdogs in that game? I don't remember going in. I mean, you certainly weren't expected to beat them 40-3.
I can't remember that. I can't remember. We might have been. I'm not sure. I couldn't tell you.
Timbo, how close do you think you've come to playing a 60-minute game? It looks like you're gonna have 60.
Well, we're definitely going to need 60. That's going to be the challenge. I don't think we have. I definitely don't think we have. And that's the challenge we've been putting on our guys. That we're going to have to. One play in this game, we're all going to go back and say, well, that one play changed, or those two plays changed. Well, if you could tell me what those one or two were beforehand, we'd be all right. But that's going to be the thing, and you don't know. So that's the challenge we have to put in front of these guys, and they have to understand that. I mean, saying it and understanding it's two different things, and that's what I hope that we can keep that focus for that whole time. Yeah, he's fine. He should be out of tomorrow. He's back. He's ready to go. He did all his reps today. Before he get hit. I mean, but he'll be fine. Because you can tell when the guy's running and usually have headaches or he's fine.
Offensive line development, just in terms of cohesiveness, you may well have your five back together again.
Yeah, but we ain't had them back for a while.
Right. It's been 4 games.
Well, that's the thing. I mean, we're back and forth. So hopefully it'll help, but it'll take about the injury to get back in the flow.
Have you been impressed though how you've been able to plug in? Yes, there've been missed assignments here and there, but that you've been able to plug in and still be efficient offensively in a lot of areas.
Because we practice that. That's why we practice all the backs all the time. Different receivers with the ones and different tight ends and all. That's why in camp we do that all the time. We're flip-flopping guys and putting guys with the ones, guys with the twos, because they can get used to working with a guy. And I mean, as far as their effort, I am, but it doesn't surprise me. And I'm not saying it because we had a crystal ball, but I mean that's just the way we try to do things. Because you have to plan for those rainy days. But our guys have done a good job of that. I believe it.
2 years ago, Ponder's speed surprised him, didn't it? I mean, that was kind of his coming out.
Yeah, I guess it was. I don't know if it surprised him, but he had a good day down there running. Yeah.
I mean, but that was his first time where he really showed that speed, I think. Do you think that caught him off guard a little bit?
No, I just think we blocked well, and just competition in the game. I mean, they face fast guys. I mean, just the scheme of the day. I mean, that just happened to be the things we were working that day, and that wasn't necessarily a plan going in. I mean, we knew we'd do a little of it, just one of the things that happened to work, so we stayed with it. So.
When you watch your Belichick team practice, they practice situations every day.
Yep.
You practice situations
every day. Every day. Some kind of first down, second down, red zone, goal line, third down, clock's running. I mean, short yards goal. I mean, every day. You have to be, like I say, football is such a situational game. And it goes back to my point that you can play great, play situations bad and lose, play average, play situations well and win. I mean, so you got to understand it. We try to get them as many as we can.
Have you seen Dossie's highlights from that 90 Miami game?
Yeah, I watched that game. I watched that.
I mean, that was one of the best games of
I wonder if he could suit up.
Yeah, I was going to say.
If we could bring him back to suit him up, it'd be all right.
That'd be nice.
20 years later, I don't know if he did that same highlight again.
Probably wouldn't get that separation.
He did play. He played a phenomenal game down there. It really was. Yeah, maybe he needs to show it to our guys.
That's what I was going to say. Show it to the receivers, man.
I'm doing a thing on James. Obviously, he's from Miami. James Cole. How has he evolved into the new role he has? Obviously, you're handling a lot of the offensive stuff.
Well, no, he does a lot of things. I mean, it is, but James understands our offense. He can script it, call it, and do it. And he understands the big picture of things and understands protections and why you do things. And, he's a big picture guy. He really gets it, and he's done a great job for us. I mean, he's like I say, so if I get caught up with something, I can say, hey, James, I want to do this, and boom, 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 we get it done, and he goes right in it. Come back, hey, look at that, and give me some ideas. You know what I mean? If I ain't had time, and give me, I mean, he does a great job of that, and he gets the big picture of what you're trying to do.
Was it
very sharp?
Was it a pretty quick decision for you to name him the offensive coordinator? Obviously, Dawson's
I thought about it, but just knew. I mean, I thought he did a good job. I mean, and he got the big picture, and he'd been around me a long time, and really understood, and I just thought it was a natural fit.
First impressions of him as the high school coach out of Miami when you first met him on the recruiting trail?
Very intelligent, very people-oriented. He's a great person. He communicated very well with you, and he got along with all kinds of different people. Hard worker, had a plan for those guys. Wasn't trying to coach just to get through the day. Was trying to win the game when he coached. You see how he coached, the passion he had, and then what he was doing. He was very sharp. I mean, he caught my eye, out there as I was watching him practice, and how he carried his business. In marketing, said one day if we get a chance to get a guy like that in our GA or get him going, we'd love to have him. Luckily, it worked out.
Unlimited energy.
Yeah, he really does, and very intelligent.